Hello and welcome to another edition of the Fatu Network News Review. Today, 11th of March 2019. My name is Omar Wali. The former junta member Yankuba Toure has appeared in court today, and Yakumba Jaite, who was dismissed or sacked by President Adama Barrow, legal proceedings began today in Banjul, and a French petrol vessel has arrived in the Gambia. We'll bring you that story, and I will have an interview with Fatu Kamar as well. But before all that, I will start with the papers, and the Standard is reporting that rumors of Dabo's sacking false. Ibrahima Sankare, the spokesperson of the Gambia government, has said that rumors spreading that Vice President Ousainou Darboe been sacked are not true. Throughout last few days, while rumors emerging online of the sacking of Mr. Darboe, the Vice President is the leader of the United Democratic Party, the biggest political partner in the governing coalition government led by President Adama Barrow, whose relations with the party has been soured considerably in the past few months. But in an interview with the Standard newspaper, government spokesperson Sankare said Vice President Darboe has not been sacked. However, the Standard has been told by other unconfirmed sources suggesting that the president had indeed contemplated sacking Mr. Darboe, but was only urged out of it because of some advice. That's what the Standard newspaper is reporting. And FJC charge and bail, that is the former Speaker of the National Assembly, Fatoumata Jahumba Cissé, has been granted bail by the Kanifing Magistrates Court on Friday upon her plea of not guilty to charges of interfering with a TRRC witness. Her bail came after her lawyer, barrister lawyer L.S. Camara, presented facts in support of her request for bail before Magistrate P.M. Sarr, who granted her bail with an objection by the police prosecutor. The trial magistrate accordingly granted her a bail in the sum of $1 million with 2 Gambian sureties, and further ordered her to surrender her traveling documents to the registrar of the court before adjourning the case, or that was on the 14th of March for hearing. FJC is the second high-profile former government official to be arrested and charged with criminal offenses of interfering with the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission's witness. Last week, prosecutors also charged a former junta member and Minister Yankuba Toure with a similar offense. General Baji explains plans to kill him. That is, General Osman Baji, a former head of the Gambian Armed Forces, has said in a recent Standard interview that there were plans to assassinate him during the political impasse. General Baji claimed that Sana Manjang and Nuha Baji were among the people Jammeh tasked to assassinate him after he informed him, that is Jammeh, that the security forces will not fight for him if he refused to step down following his election defeat in December 2016. He said the first attempt was an ambush on Banjul Highway when he was coming from work to his Mile 7 home, while the second attempt happened when he was coming from confirming a rumor that some soldiers were holding meeting to fight for Jammeh. But the third attempt, he went on, was the most serious according to the information I gathered and what I saw with my own eyes. This time they split into groups. One group deployed to my residence in Mile 2, another to the shooting range in Brikama to dig my grave because the plan was when they get me, they were going to tie me up and shoot me put me in the grave and shoot me alive, he revealed. The Standard also is reporting that 50 NRP supporters has cross-carpeted to United Democratic Party. At least 50 people claiming to be supporters of the National Reconciliation Party have announced they have left and joined the United Democratic Party. The group, which was headed by their chairperson Doro Ba, was presented at a rally in Farafenni on Saturday organized by women of Farafenni in honor of the United Democratic Party's National Deputy Campaign Manager Karafa Sonko. The rally was graced by the party deputy leader Ajam Seka, Mayor Bensouda, National Assembly members, councillors and other party supporters who traveled to Farafenni to show their support and solidarity to campaign manager. However, a prompt reaction from the National Reconciliation Party described the cross-carpeting as false. A quick rebuttal posted on the party's Facebook page reads, "We want to inform the general public that the information circulated on social media so purportedly that hundreds of NRP supporters led by Doroba cross-carpeted to United Democratic Party is false. This information, which has been spread by UDP stalwart, is a mere political hoax. Doroba was APRC chairman for Lower Salem constituency. He joined the United Democratic Party and recently got elected as its chairman in CRR. It is therefore illogical to say he cross-carpeted to a party. He already had chairmanship or led people from party where he never a member. We want to reaffirm that our support base in CRR is intact and strong more than before." That is a reaction from the National Reconciliation Party. And allegation of VP sacking is false. The Point also is reporting that allegation of sacking of the Vice President Ousainou Darboe is false story. FJC appears at Kanifing Magistrate Court. Point also is reporting a similar story that the former Speaker of the House was charged at Kanifing Magistrate Court and granted bail. Government imposed moratorium on deportation of Gambians. The following intense diplomatic negotiations regarding the plight of thousands of Gambians facing potential deportation from across Europe, the government of President Adama Barrow has imposed a moratorium on the deportation pending further negotiation with European partners, government spokesperson said. You may remember last week there was a protest at Westfield by a group called Concerned Gambians Against Deportation and some deportees. They were protesting against the way and manner protesters have been treated. The Voice newspaper is also reporting that similar stories, and they also said Yakumba frowns at Speaker and Clerk. The SAC-nominated member of the National Assembly, Yakumba Jed, has vented her anger at the Speaker, Mariama Jack Denton, and the Clerk, Mumbudu Sise, over her sacking by President Adama Barrow as quite disappointing. Her nomination was recently revoked by the Gambian leader and replaced by Fode Gassama on Monday, 4th of March 2019. Jed has challenged her revocation and the nominated member at the Supreme Court, and the hearing is expected today. And we'll have that story here on our news review. The case was mentioned today at the court in Banjul. And baby Aisha, the youngest prisoner of 2016, saluted. A little over 1 month old baby Aisha Fati, commonly known as baby Aisha, was hailed and saluted at the UDP's political rally at Farafenni over the weekend. The Point newspaper is reporting. And, the Daily News report is reporting a 1 month old baby became a prisoner under dictator Jammeh's rule in 2016 after she and her mother were arrested following her father's arrest on the 16th of April 2016. Taking the political podium at Farafenni last Saturday night, Ajiyam Seka, the Deputy Secretary General and party leader, told a large crowd that as they continue to mark the International Women's Day, the United Democratic Party cannot forget remembering the arrest and the detention of the youngest prisoner in 2016. Baby Aisha was barely a month old when her father was arrested alongside the leader of United Democrats and the Secretary General Ousainou Darboe, as Darboe with Aisha Fati's father took to the street demanding the release of Solo Sandings, dead or alive. The Fourier newspaper is also reporting that Jahumba Sise arraigned and before court. That was the former Speaker Fatoumata Jahumba Sise, who was arrested and charged at Kanifing Magistrate Court for interfering with a witness. Gambia Daily is also reporting that a $1 million bail for FJC, and the government imposed moratorium on deportation. That is all we have for you on the papers. And you look at some of the stories today. A French offshore patrol vessel, Commandant Brito, has arrived at the Banjul port on Sunday. The ship has been on deployment on the Cranberry mission almost permanently in the Gulf of Guinea since 1990. The mission has two major objectives: to participate in the protection of French interests in the area and to participate in the reduction of maritime insecurity by helping western coast of Africa Navy to strengthen their capacity for action in the area of maritime security and surveillance. Let's take a listen to the...
In Banjul for a few days in terms of the mission Corambe, which is a permanent French mission that has been going on since 1990. And the aim is to protect French interest in the area of the Gulf of Guinea and also to interact with regional navies. Our goal is to really help the local navies to act and be more efficient in terms of maritime security. So the aim of the goal of our call in Banjul is to be ready to intervene with the Gambian Navy and help them to protect their fisheries area and fight against all incoming threat from the seas.
It is important to note that the French Navy has a very good relationship with the Gambian Navy since the establishment of bilateral cooperation between our two navies for the past few years. Anytime the French Navy ship visit us in Banjul, our sailors will go on board the French ship to familiarize themselves with the equipment on board and the facilities available. And also, we'll also organize football matches, friendly football match between our sailors and their sailors on board. And this will also foster our ties. The French Navy maintenance and technical team will also visit our patrol boats at the Fisheries Jetty to carry out maintenance and repair on our radios, our antennas, our outboard engines. They will also conduct in-house training for our sailors and officers at the Naval Command Base. Well, the challenges we are facing as a Navy are numerous, but I'll just mention a few. One of the challenges we are facing right now as a Navy is the IUU that we are facing right now, that is illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing activities being carried out by fishing trawlers in our seas, in our EEZ.
Navy helps the Gambian Navy by reporting when we are sailing in the EEZ of Gambia. We can report through chat, a specific chat room that's called Sprint, any fishing activities in the EEZ. So that means that if there is a fisherman fishing in the area, we can report to the Gambian Navy, to the Maritime Operation Center in Banjul, and so they can check if the fisherman is legally fishing in the area. We have no action, no right to arrest the ship, but we have all the possibility to send over a report to the Gambian Navy.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm going to replace my AfriCell 3G SIM card.
Why use a 3G SIM card when you have a 4G phone? Replace your 3G SIM card today for the real AfriCell 4G SIM and receive 1 GB of internet data for free.
Really?
Yes, get 1 GB for free just by replacing your SIM card at any AfriCell outlet. With no loss of contact, the cost of bundle from the 3G SIM card is the same for the 4G SIM. And guess what? With the 4G SIM card, you can also connect to the 3G network as well.
This is so cool. I'll replace my 3G SIM card right away to the real 4G SIM and receive my very own 1 GB for free.
From AfriCell, it's always real and it's for free.
Where AfriCell goes, no one has the speed to follow.
Welcome back. The Carnifim Magistrates Court on Monday adjourned trial of Yankuba Toure after prosecutors informed the court of their desire to strengthen their case. Yankuba Toure is on trial for allegedly interfering with the work of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission. Lamin Jai was at the court and came through with this report.
So we're here at the Carnifim Magistrates Court where the case of Yankuba Toure has failed to proceed police prosecutors today said they wanted to proceed with this case, but due to circumstances beyond their control, they have made an application before the court to adjourn the case involving Mr. Yankuba Toure. The police prosecutors are saying that new facts have come up, have emerged, and as a result, they would want to amend the charges that they have preferred against Yankuba Toure. As you already know, Yankuba Toure is standing trial over what police prosecutors call interference in the work of the Truth, Reconciliation Operations Commission. Sometime in January, Yankuba Toure is said to have called a witness of the TRRC asking him not to cooperate or withhold cooperation of the commission. He has since been arrested and he's been standing trial, but today police prosecutors say the court adjourned the case for them to put their house in order. They are saying that new facts have emerged. The case has taken a new dimension, and as a result, they would want the court to adjourn the case. And Magistrate Aissatou Janenjai granted the application and adjourned the case until March 22nd, when the case will sit next. Laminjai reporting for the Fatu Network News Review here at the Kanefi Magistrates Court.
The Gaitaf Special Economic Zone is a 160-hectare mixed-use business park strategically located within the boundaries of Banjul International Airport, the Gambia. It is the only economic zone located within an airport in West Africa. Gaitaf Special Economic Zone is segmented into 4 separate zones: Commercial Zone, Industrial and Light Manufacturing, Logistics and Warehousing, Residential Zone. It is a highly secured economic zone with top-notch infrastructure, with eco-friendly buildings and beautiful landscaping.
That was Lamin Jai there reporting from Kanefi Magistrates Court. So, a small crowd on Monday gathered at the Supreme Court in Banjul chanting Allahu Akbar, God is great, in defiance of such support to Mbatul National Assembly member Yakuma Jaite. Yakuma Jaite on Monday began legal proceedings against the Attorney General at least three orders. It comes following her controversial sacking as a member of the National Assembly by President Adama Barrow. More in this report by Lamin Jai.
Interfere with the independent functioning of the legislative arm of government. It's as simple as that. It has nothing to do with any political party.
So what exactly are you hoping to achieve in this matter?
Well, we came to court to get declarations to set aside the decision that has so far been taken by the executive.
So yes. Can you run us through what happened today?
No, the matter only came up for mention. There is a motion before the court in which we are seeking to restrain, the swearing in of the so-called appointed new member of the National Assembly. So the state said they needed time to be able to file a response to the application before the court. And on that note, the matter has been adjourned for hearing to Thursday. Yes, so that's where things are for now.
So who and who are you fighting with in this case?
It's my humble self, Yasin Senghor, Abdulaziz Ben Souda. We have Serif Kumba Job, we have Lamin El Dabo, and Amisisi Jallo. These are the counsel involved in the matter on the plaintiff side so far.
So are you confident that you're going to get something out of this?
Yes, I've already told you that. The action ex specia is unconstitutional. The executive cannot be interfering with the smooth functioning of the legislature, not in a democratic situation, just as he cannot interfere in the smooth running of the judiciary. So it's the same situation with the legislature. He has a whole arm of government to deal with and manage. You cannot be interfering in the proper functioning of the legislative arm of the government. You can't.
That was lawyer Bori Toure there, standing in for Yakuma Jaite, who was sacked by President Adama Barrow and is challenging that dismissal, sacking rather. Well, it was talking to Lamin Jai. I'm here with Fatu Kamar. Fatu, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. As I always say, is it like a slow day for you today?
No, we have plenty of stories from today.
Yeah, but I didn't see any interviews.
Yeah, but I have to even put some of them aside because, for tomorrow, because I cannot have all of them today.
Okay.
Yes, so how have you been doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I am happy to be back. I don't know which camera is mine. So yeah, so I'm happy to be back in Gambia as always. Home is where the heart is. And yeah, I'm going to be here for a little bit until I travel again to take care of some business.
You said you are great. Are you doing well or you are doing good?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing excellent.
All right, let's talk about the recent developments. You know, you campaigned for President Macky Sall. And you even came under heavy criticism for supporting Macky Sall. Why Macky? Why not Idrissa Seck? Why not Madi Kenyan or Sonko or others? Yes,
because I believe in what Macky is doing. And it was also not like campaigning in the right sense of that word. It was actually doing some publicity work to kind of like show who Macky is and some of the achievements that he has, some of the work that he has done. So that's what I was highlighting, because one thing you cannot take away from Fatu Kamar and the Fatu Network is we have a huge following. You know, so when we post something, whatever we post, a lot of people follow it and they get to see it. I think they must have seen that potential, and then, you know, and we worked with them in terms of putting their work out there.
So, put quite simply, you've been doing some, not campaigning per se for Macky Sall.
It was some work. We were doing some PR work for them so they can have visibility, especially among people who follow us.
Okay.
That's what it was.
So you talked about Macky. Let's talk about the youngest man in the race, Sonko. What do you think about him?
Well, what I said about Sonko in Senegal when I was interviewed is the same thing that I'm going to tell you here. And even if CNN calls me tomorrow, I will say the same thing again, meaning that I stand up to my beliefs and my opinion, because it is what I think and what I believe. I believe that in government, if you want to be president, it's very, very important for you to have experience in governance. If you look at the situation of President Barrow, when he came out clearly and said, oh, you know, this may be slow for you or this may be this for you, but it is because I do not have experience in governance and in government. And he even said he never thought in his life that he would work in a government. So that is exactly what I said in Senegal, and that's what I'm saying right here again. So get ready for some videos, some more videos, because that got me my groove on. But yes, definitely Sonko, I think, needs some experience, some more experience for him. He's young and he has potential, and it doesn't mean that if you are not here today, you cannot be there again. But I think definitely he needs some more experience.
When you say experience, because you have seen military officers taking up countries, they turn to
but they're taking up countries, they're not elected. It's a coup d'etat.
Okay, yes, but
those are coup d'etats.
Experienced people became president.
But you see, that's not the best for any country.
And they did extremely well.
But that's not the best for any country. What is good is if you have experience in governance and you run government before, or at least you work in the government. For instance, if you look at President Macky Sall, he has worked as Interior Minister, he worked as Prime Minister, he worked at Petrosen, and he also headed the National Assembly. So with all of that, that is all experience for him. So that's why I think it's very important, whether it's Sonko or Omar Wali or Tukulor C who wants to be president, I will still say it is very important for them to have experience in governance. So serve in your government first. Get to know the ins and out. Know how government works, and then you take over.
So is this the end, or you still continue to be an advocate for Macky?
Well, it depends. It depends what we're going to do from now on. If they want me to do some more stuff for them, I definitely would not hesitate. I will be happy to do it. This is what I do right now. So I'm going to be out there. If Omar Wali wants to be promoted, or he has some PR work that he wants us to do, I'll be definitely happy to do it. And I've seen that a lot of people are saying, oh, before you talk about a situation in Senegal, why don't you talk about Gambia? Why don't you talk about the deportation? Nobody tells me what to talk about. I talk about what I want to talk about. And besides, the Fatu Network did a great job with the deportation issue. You all have been covering, you've been doing a lot of reports, and you know, we all had our issues here where people did not speak. Well, we cannot force people as to what they're going to speak about or what they're not going to speak about.
You met President Macky Sall, seen by many as a silent dictator. What did you discuss with him?
Well, what silent dictator? What did he do? I mean,
most of his opponents to jail.
Well, he took his opponents to jail. You think in a country like Senegal, you can just take somebody to jail and nothing comes out of it? He must have based it on a reason. We all know what happened there. But I met with President Sall, and it was a good opportunity for me, you know, to discuss with him. And what I did was to congratulate him about his win, and also to thank him about the role that Senegal played when Gambia was going through the impasse. And I've always said, I never said that they are the ones who made this change happen for us, because Gambians voted for this. But definitely they played a huge role, and I was there to take that opportunity to also thank him. And I just want to say I have a very good relationship with a lot of people in Senegal, just like how Gambians and Senegalese are. And that is a relationship that I cherished a lot, and that's one thing that I will continue to safeguard, and I'm glad the Senegalese appreciate that as well.
Like you said, the Senegalese voted, they played a role in getting, like during the impasse.
Yeah.
We heard then Foreign Minister Mam Kernjai, the role he played. But looking at it at the time, they were not doing that for Gambians, but they were doing it for Senegal's interests.
Yeah. Well, if you were in that situation, you'll do it for your interest, because the thing is, Senegal and Gambia are very close. If you sneeze in Gambia, Senegal will catch the cold. So any good leader would do that. President Barrow right now, if there's a country that borders us that's very close, like Senegal, if something is happening there, he will try to see how he can make sure that a peace prevail in there, because that way the situation will also not affect Gambia. So I don't see them doing anything wrong. You know, the thing that I see, Omar Wali, in Gambia today, after we had our democracy, it is funkum, self-interest. You want Omar Wali to do everything you want. If you do that, then you are in the good page. You don't do that, you're criticized. But you know, people really don't really care about those things, because what matters is what you believe in and who you are, and you know, what you think is the right thing to do. That's all that matters. Everything else is just side talk.
Are you bothered by the criticisms?
But I think I'm one of the most criticized women in Gambia, but who cares? I mean, they don't put food on my table. They don't. So as far as I know, you keep talking while I'm making my money. That's all that matters to me. I'm making my money, whatever I have to do. I'm making sure that I do that to the best of my ability. My staff are happy. You can say that, you know, I know, you know, you know that. So what else matters? My parents.
I have wrinkles on my cheeks, you can see.
Yeah, but look at you. I was looking at you and I wanted to ask you, what lotion are you applying? Because you're becoming lighter.
No, but I'm like, you just have a mulatto grandmother. Yeah. So.
Your grandmother is mulatto.
Oh, a fair colored woman.
Oh, you see, it's good that you say that. I was going to ask you. But Omar, here, I think when people say that do not talk about politics in another country, I will continue to talk about it. So let them brace up for it. I will talk about Freetown. I will talk about Senegal. I'll talk about Guinea-Bissau. I'll talk about any other country, and that will continue. That's something that's going to be ongoing. I'm sorry if you're going to be offended by that, but it is not stopping.
Well, finally,
yeah.
Before we go,
yes.
What do you have for our viewers? Final message.
Someone said, okay, remind them. Okay, what do I have for you is just that we would thank you for your time and for watching us. We are trying to do a whole lot of stuff. Like I always tell Omar and everyone here, I think we can do more. I still believe we can do more. I think there's a whole lot of things that we can do. We're going to bring you new stuff, inshallah, and also make sure that we keep having you all glued to your TVs and to your online computers and also to your phones.
Then, if you have to do more, you have to come to work early, or else I will deal with you.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, because when you are my age, you're going to be doing the same thing. You'll be home until 2 o'clock and then you come to work. When I was your age, I would be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. But now I would do all the emails and try to find money. Ajifanta said, I'm always talking about money. Well, money is the world. I mean, if anybody tells you money is not important, wait till you're broke, you will find out. If you have no food on your table, you have no good clothes to wear, you have no money to spend, then my sister, you would know what I'm talking about.
Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you too for your time. And Tukulor, see, Oma did great today, so she has nothing to tell you. But Ansu wants to come for an interview.
Oh, they're running away from
BYM.
Oh, what are they saying?
They say you're always grilling them.
But that's how I ask everybody questions.
Yeah, well, Omar, I should interview you.
But what are you going to ask me?
Yeah, well, what I'm going to ask you? Yeah. A whole lot. I'll have to do my homework and then come over here. But
there's nothing about me. This is...
that's what you think.
There's nothing about you can ask about.
That's what you think?
Yeah,
oh, okay. Wait till I'm ready. I'm going to get Ajifanta to do the groundwork for me. Well, thank you all very much for your time.
Viewers, that's all we have for you today. From me and my team, we thank you so much. Till tomorrow.